Hello everyone. Today we have a problem number 2161, partition array according to the given pivot. What we have in the problem we have a given nums array, like you can see 9, 12, 5, 10, 14, 3 and 10. We have a given a one pivot element. What we have to do, we have to arrange the element, like we have a 10 pivot, then we have to, if like you can check 9 is the less than the 10, then 5 is the less than the 10, then 3 is the less than the 10, and the 10 is the equal to 10, and the 12 is the greater than the 10, and then 14 is the greater than, like that. What we have to do, like we have to take like a pivot element, like you can see in the 10. What we have to, we have the smallest element is the 9, then we push the element on the first, then we have to go to the second element is the 12, but it is the greater, then we push into the 12 after the 10. Then we have to 5, we have to push it is the before, then we have to 3, they push into the 3 before the 10, then we have a 10, then we also push the before the 10, then we have to 14, we have to push in the 14, you can see there. How we can do this statement, question. First of all, we can take a, like you can see we have a multiple approach like that. We In my mind we have a one approach, like we can take a different vector for like that. For we have to take pivot element for that and compare it is the less than, then we push that element into that, then we have a less than pivot, then 5 we push to less element, we make a array for the less element, then the one array for the greater element, then the one array for the equal to for that, then we combine all the element into the one vector, then we return that vector. Like how we can do that, like we have take first vector. First of all, we can take a size of the nums array, like we have to int n nums dot size. Using that, we can find out the nums array size. After that, what we can do, we have to take vector int, type of int. What we have to do, we have to make a one vector for the less element, like less than the pivot element. Then we have what we have to take vector for the equal element. Like you can, I can take for the equal element, and one vector for the greater element. Vector in size is equal, no, greater. Okay, greater. Then what we have to do, we have to push the all the element according to the like that. Like we have, if we have a, we move to the all the element, like we have to uh, move to the first element to the last element of the nums. How we can do, we use the for loop for that. Int I, start from the index 0, and then I not, if I is less than the n, then we move to the further, then we have a I plus plus for the increment. Next, what we have to do, we have to, if we make a multiple condition, like if nums I is less than the pivot element, like you can see pivot. What we in this case, what we have to do, we have to push all element into the less vector, like we have to less dot push back uh, nums I. If it is less than the pivot, we push the that element into the less vector. Okay, then we have make another condition, like you can see we make a for another condition, like else if, what is under another condition is the equal to if nums I is equal to pivot element, pivot. What we have to do, we have to push that element into the equal vector, like you can see equal dot push back uh, push back nums I. Then the last condition is for the greater, we make a else condition for that, then we may for push all the element greater than the pivot into the else condition. Like you can see, greater dot push back push nums of I. You can see we have to push the all element. It is the for the less element less to the pivot, we push the on the less vector. It is equal to, then we push the equal on the equal vector. Then it is greater, then we push all the nums element into the greater. Next, what we can do? Okay, right. Next, what we have to do? We have to make another vector. Like I can take a vector in ans for final answer. We make a answer vector for the final all the combine for that. Like you can see, what we have to do, we have to move, we have equal element into the less. Like you can see, we have to first 9, then 5, then 10, not 10, then 3. We have to all three element are in the less vector. Then we have on equal vector we have to two element. On the greater element we have to 12 and 14. What we have to do, we have to combine all these vector into one vector, and the return that thing. Uh, how we can do? We have to make a different for loop for that. For int start from the I equal to 0. I is less than the first of all for less dot size. Then I increase. After that, what we have to do? We have to push the all the small element into the our answer dot pushback. Uh, less I, all the less element pushed into the uh, answer vector. Then for same for the, we can for the equal vector, uh, for the greater vector we can change the value name for equal. Then we have to for uh, greater vector, then greater vector. You can see we have to push all the element. Like we have the less element push into the answer. Like you can see we have the 953 for the less in less. Then we have equal to in the two vector 10 and 10 value. Then we have in greater value we have 12 and 14. We push to the all the answer into answer. And what we have to do? We have to return answer, return ANS, and it is the code we have to run. Okay, we have the spelling mistake, I think. Greater. Let's run again. You can see all two test cases are passed, visible test cases. Uh, what in this code we have to, like you can, I can explain again. You can see we have a nums vector 9, 12, 5, 10, 12, 14, 3 and 10. We have a pivot 10. What we have to do, we have to go through the all the nums element in the nums array. We have to, if element is the less than the nums, then we push back to the vector less. Then we have a equal to the pivot, then we push to the equal. Then we have the greater value, greater element, then we push to the greater. And then after that we have to push all the less vector sequentially. First of all less vector into the answer, then equal value into the answer, then the greater value into the answer. Then after that we have to return that value. Using this we have to let's submit it for the all test cases. It is taking time. Don't worry. I think I have to reload the. First of all, I copy the code. Uh, okay, you can see all the test cases are passes for 44 out of 44, and our code is correct. What is the time complexity of this code? We have to move throughout the vector, like you can see throughout the array, like 0 to n. Then we have the big of n time complexity. What is the space complexity in this case? We have multiple vector, and we have a final vector. Move to the all the vector like that. You can see it is the space complexity is also big of n. Uh, it is the my code and my solution for this question. Thank you for watching my video.